Alright, it's time for a brand new Snapchat Q&A Ask Me Anything, where I answer everything and anything that you guys sent to me on Snapchat. And if you guys want to follow me on Snapchat, boop, right here. Hey there guys, how are you? So a few quick updates before we dive into your questions. By the way, how are you guys doing? It's been a while. Yeah, I'm talking to you right there. Yeah, pull those up. Your mom's coming home from work soon. But anyway, a few quick updates is I started a Patreon. Yeah, for many, many years, people have said, John, start a Patreon. And it took me a few years to come up with some good perks, so if you guys want to check out my Patreon, go there. I'd really appreciate it. If not, no hard feelings. I still love you a lot. So if you guys want a closer look for yourself or you want to check out the perks, I'll put the link to my Patreon down below. And one of the cool perks is once a month I'll do an exclusive audio commentary track just for Patrons, and I might later release it on YouTube. But the cool thing is I'm going to let my Patrons vote on whatever movie they want me to do an audio commentary track on. So yeah, the shittier, the better. Anything with Nicolas Cage, please. So yeah, all that's down below. All right, let's dive into your Snapchat Q&A questions. And by the way, I put out a video yesterday on Snapchat saying, hey, send me your Snapchat questions. And I had like an extra 150 Snapchat video questions. And Snapchat's the glitchiest app I've ever used in my life. And somehow they all got deleted. Like half of them got deleted. I didn't watch them, but it said I did. So I'm sorry. So I have like half the questions here. I'm very, very sorry. Snapchat, they screwed us over. So please forgive my sins against humanity, and let's dive into it.
Yeah, I got a question. Tom Holland, Spider-Man, it's pretty awesome. The new trailer is epic.
Yeah, I agree. Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I actually put out a trailer review over on the Flickpick channel. If you guys want to watch that out, check that out. But Tom Holland, here's my biggest thing. First of all, he actually looks like a high school kid. Tobey Maguire, when he was cast as Spider-Man, was like 25. Andrew Garfield was like 30. And you had these 30-year-old guys playing this high school kid, and I was like, yeah, they're not bad actors, but it's just like, get somebody younger. And Tom Holland, he fits the part. I like what he's doing. He actually has like the New York accent, and I like that. That's something new that neither Spider-Mans actually did. And as far as the trailer goes, it looks kind of it looks like that Marvel formula of a superhero movie, but it looks good. It looks like it's going to be funny, and I'm hoping it's the best Spider-Man movie we've ever seen. It can't be any worse than the shit Sony was pumping out a few years ago. Hey, Spider-Man, you're going to come over here? I'm the Rhino, but I'm going to show up in the last 5 seconds of the movie? You're going to pull my pants down? That was my Paul Giamatti impression. All right, the next question is...
Hey John, are you gonna do another live Q&A? Because without it, I don't think my manhood will be secure.
I agree. Our manhoods aren't secure unless I do a live Q&A. Here's the thing with live Q&As. I would love to do it. The truth be told, I'm too stupid to make YouTube streaming work. I used to know how to do it because it connected to Google Hangout and that connected to YouTube and it worked. But now whenever I go to streaming on YouTube, it's like, set up your DVR device. And I'm like, I don't have one. Why do I need this to stream on YouTube? And I try it and nothing works. So if you guys are experts and you can make YouTube streaming work without a DVR and there's like a few buttons I don't know to click, please, if you know how to do it, you actually know how to make this work, send me an email to the email address down below in the description box. I'd really appreciate it.
Hey John, my question is, why haven't there been any more podcast episodes on your channel?
To be honest, I haven't heard from Crazy Jason, this is why they call him Crazy, for like a month. I have no clue what he's doing. I sent him a few texts. I don't know. He's a recluse. But what happened was we actually just wanted to shoot like 5 episodes, try it out, see how it went. And I think it went pretty well. It's just, it was scheduling it every week and we couldn't quite make it happen. So I do want to do a podcast. I'm open to it. I just, we got to work out the kinks, I guess. And I want to talk more about YouTube right now, and YouTube is broken. I'm just going to go off on a rant here. But right now, if you guys didn't know, YouTube since September, and I didn't say anything for a long time. I remember at some point early in September, I was looking at my views on my subscribers, and they just flatlined. And then every time I uploaded a video, I would lose subscribers. And for a while, I was like, am I a piece of shit? And then after a while, a lot of other people said the same thing. And then now it's it's widespread. There's guys like PewDiePie talking about it. Essentially right now, YouTube with their algorithm is screwing everyone over. Right now, like I'm essentially getting half the views I used to. Sometimes when I upload a video, I lose subscribers, and it's not like people are unsubscribing. YouTube is taking people and taking your accounts and unsubscribing you. And some of those might be dead accounts, but what they're doing is they have this new algorithm in place And I think it's where, essentially, if maybe you didn't watch like the last 5 or 6 of my videos and you're a subscriber, it's unsubscribing you from me because it thinks you don't watch my videos, even though you might have been busy or you just don't watch every single one. And I've actually gotten a few messages from people saying, John, I haven't seen your videos in a while. I like, where are your videos? And I'm like, I've been uploading for 3 months straight now. And and then they come to the conclusion they were unsubscribed from me, not by their own doing, but by YouTube. So YouTube changed a lot of things, and it's kind of basically killing a lot of channels right now, and it's kind of hurting a little bit, but hopefully they fix the algorithm. And I know people who actually are big YouTubers, like millions of subscribers, and they've been in contact with YouTube, and YouTube's like, yeah, we definitely changed something, but I don't know if they meant to do it, if it was on purpose or it was by accident. So right now, I'm getting off on a ramble and a rant here. I digress, but yeah, what I'm saying is, back to the podcast. The podcast was doing really good, and YouTube made these changes, and I noticed the views went like that. And I don't think it's because people lost interest. I just think I've noticed that with all my videos. So hopefully things improve, because YouTube's making things tough for a guy like me on YouTube. So, all right, the next question is, what is that? A deli meat? Heavyweights. Have you ever seen it? Ben Stiller's great in that movie.
Hey, Flickpick. So my question is, what is the meaning of life? Does life simply just have no meaning?
The meaning of life. All right, let's get serious here, okay? Essentially, we are bacteria that got lucky in the universe and we evolved. So that's what we are. Now, what is the meaning? I don't know. The human race essentially wants to destroy itself. History's proven that, and one day we're going to just push a button and a nuclear bomb's going to go off, killing all of us. And a few of us will survive, the ones who dig deep down into the Earth's crust and survive the nuclear holocaust. So what is the meaning of life? I don't know. Make YouTube videos, watch movies, and lift heavy shit? That's essentially my meaning of life. I guess do what you want, and I would say the motto is, leave things better than the way you found them. So if we leave things better for the next generation than we found them, we'll continue on as a human race, and we'll be better and we'll evolve. The next question.
All right, John, I don't really have a question, but just look at that American Psycho poster. Isn't it great?
I'm not just going to look at it. I'm going to eat it. All right, the next question. He's playing with snow.
Now that the MCU is making their own Spider-Man movie, what is your idea for the perfect Fantastic Four movie made by the MCU?
You know, as far as Fantastic Four goes, it's kind of like the one property I don't give a shit about. They've tried it, I get it. It's just not working. Just put it somewhere on a shelf, and maybe in like 15 or 20 years, pull it out. Because there's so many other properties that are so much more interesting. You can do so much more with them than Fantastic Four. And the other thing is, even if they combine Fantastic Four into the Marvel Universe, I don't think it's going to fit too well. I don't think they even need it. You know, with the Avengers, Captain America, the Hulk. If you have the Hulk, do you really need the Thing? You know, it's one of those things that I think it should be separated in the first place. But then, even if Fox got their shit together and combined the Fantastic Four franchise with the X-Men franchise, it's like you have these mutated mutants that can do anything, and then you have the Fantastic Four. If you have the X-Men beside the Fantastic Four, do the Fantastic Four still seem that fantastic? I don't think so.
Hey John, I was wondering, what is your least favorite pizza restaurant?
My least favorite pizza restaurant. I like how you whispered that, like he was a little bit scared, like somebody was listening in the background. Are you okay? You let me know if you're safe. I'll come protect you, young man. Least favorite pizza restaurant, I would say Little Caesars. Little Caesars sells like $5 pizza. You go in and you pick it up, and that shit just sits around for hours on end until you come and pick that up. I'd rather eat like frozen pizza than Little Caesars.
I was wondering, how long did it take before you started noticing muscle development from your workouts?
When I started working out, I was skinny, I was malnourished, I looked like I was addicted to heroin, and I had like a little bit of like alien DNA inside of my body. I was weird and deformed looking. My head was too big for my body. I noticed results. Let's see, I started working out in September. By November, I noticed results. Like, I was filling out, I was getting a little bit bulkier in the shoulders. I was kind of getting that V taper. So within like 2 months, I started seeing results, and I was going to the gym maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 times a week. So yeah, within 2 months, you'll see some of the noob gains.
Hey John, do you think that the Wonder Woman movie will break over 100 million this first weekend?
Rogue One breaking 100 million during the weekend. I think it'll do well. I think it'll do maybe like 10 to 20% less than Episode 7 did. I don't think it'll top Episode 7, so whatever Episode 7 did, minus like 10% of that, I think that's what Rogue One will do. But I'm hoping Rogue One is a better movie than Episode 7. Okay, the next question comes from a longtime viewer named Brittany.
Hey John Flickster, I'm a big fan. My question to you is, if you had to eat at one fast food chain for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
I date that girl. I would go with, I think she knows the answer to this. Chili's. I'm telling you guys, I've been to a lot of different restaurants, but Chili's every time never lets me down. I've never found a hair in my food, and at the Chili's down the road where I'm at, the best service I've ever had. There's a guy named Angel. Angel has a ponytail. He's a nice guy, and he knows how to take care of customers. He's there when you need him. He's there when you want him. And one time he gave us free appetizers. So thank you, Angel. So I'm gonna go with Chili's. But I will start doing Q&As on a weekly basis. I know I'm slacking on them, but I have so many videos to catch up on. I have movie reviews to make. Tonight we're gonna go see Nocturnal Animals, so there'll probably be a review for that. Look, come here. Look at all that down there. Just look at all that down there. I have a lot of Blu-ray movies to talk about, so look out for a brand new Blu-ray collection update video. That'll be over on the FlickPick channel. And also, by the way, and earlier on in the video, I said I started a Patreon. Got to talk about that too. By the way, the black and white version's not really worth it. It's cool, but not worth rebuying the movie if you already own it. But yeah, one thing I wanted to mention very quickly, over on Patreon, if you guys do become patrons of mine, if you don't, like I said, no hard feelings, I still love you. But if you do, I'm going to be giving away stuff. Probably at least monthly. I'll give away special prizes, gift cards, but I think this time I'm going to give away some copies of Star Trek Beyond on Blu-ray. So yeah, like I said earlier on in the video, Patreon links down below. Check it out if you want to. As usual, guys, thanks for watching, and here's what I want you guys to do on this video. If you guys have any questions, ask anything and everything down below. As usual, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. That way I can see you next time. And by the way, watch the last video. Hey, there's gonna be a big box at the end of this video. You just click it. It goes to our vlog where we go to see Edge of 17. So yeah, check that video out. I'll see you guys next time.